This is part 2 of the Galaxy Note 3 review. If you haven't already seen part 1, I'll go ahead and post a link in the description below. Again, this is part 2. We're going to go ahead and cover everything else that we didn't cover in part 1, including Google Now, the browser, some third-party apps and games, video quality, camera quality, and everything else that we can go ahead and basically cover here. So let's get started right off the bat with the camera. Alright, so the camera right here has a fairly common, or not common per se, but if you're a user of a Galaxy S4, even a Galaxy S3, then you're probably familiar with this camera software. Now you can see the various different settings. If I go to video, you have recording mode, limit for MMS, slow motion, fast motion, and smooth motion. So let's go to slow motion here and just record a video. Okay. So recording right now, we can take a picture while we're recording. We can stop that. Let's go ahead and just play that video. Okay, so that's slow motion video. Let me show you guys 4K video, which I shot earlier today. Alright, so let me go ahead and just actually play this 4K video. If I could find it. Yep, there it is. Alright. 4K recording on the Note 3. And I'll post this separately along with 1080p video. 4K resolution. Video. You see the various different options here. Share it all, share. Pretty good quality. Pretty nice screen, good viewing angles, great color saturation. Alright, so if you want to go back, you just push the back button, push it twice. Now you've basically gone back. Alright, show you guys picture quality here. So I took this picture with the 13 megapixels enabled. You can see if I pinch in, the quality's good in terms of 100% crop because of course it's a 13 megapixel camera, so you can see that quality. It's actually really solid. And again, if you click there, you could edit it, you could delete it, you could share it, various different options. So I got various different edits in terms of color, in terms of effects. So if I want to change the contrast, let's say for example I can up the contrast, lower the contrast. Let's save that right there. Alright, let's go back to effects. Turquoise tint, cartoon, moody, fisheye, which takes a certain area and kind of emphasizes on it, enlarges it. Alright, so various different options. I got the frame option, so if I want to add a Polaroid looking frame, I could save that. So it's pretty simple edit options, you know, pretty comprehensive. There's quite a few of them. It's easy, it's quick, and you can see right there I just edited my photo. Alright, there's the actual original photo. Or there's the original, there's the one that was added with contrast, and there's the one with the border. So it saves all three. And you can see the various images I've taken. And you can also obviously use the S Pen here to just kind of pan through. And another interesting feature here with the Galaxy Note 3 is if I take my finger and I just hover it over the lock screen here. You can see I'm hovering it over. But this only seems to work on the lock screen for some reason. But the S Pen does work in terms of air view and air scroll and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's unlock it. You can also go to menu here, click on edit. You could actually click on menu here again, click on uninstall disable apps, and you can actually remove various bloatware. Now I don't know if it's actually uninstalling these apps or if it's just disabling them, but you could pretty much remove anything you'd like. You can see that right here, that little minus. You can also pinch in on the app drawer. You can pinch in on the widgets. You can pinch in on the home screen as well, which is really smooth. Alright, you can also take a widget, of course, and move it around. You can see how that works. It's a very fast phone. That's for certain. Alright, let me show you guys this feature right here. Smile. Smile. Takes a picture, it's voice controlled, so you can do that via voice control. Let's go back here and switch back to the rear camera. Let's just go ahead and take some burst shots here. Alright, that's burst shot, fairly simple. Just hold down the shutter button. You see the various different modes. Again, if we were to go here, you got auto, you got surround shot, panorama, eraser, rich tone, golf. A lot of different features. So let's go ahead and click here and you can see them here as well. Alright, so more of a grid mode right there. And There's quite a few camera features. I mean, the camera is pretty good. It's comprehensive. If you zoom in, you still get fairly solid quality pictures because you are dealing with a 13 megapixel lens, so you're going to get good crop in terms of 100% crop. So the camera is a selling point here on the Note 3. It's a very good camera. There's a lot of features. It's got a bright flash. I know it's broad daylight, but let me show you guys the flash here. So if I was to just click on the flash, if I could click on the flash actually. So let's go ahead here and turn it on. Let me show you guys how bright this looks. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Again, tough to do because it's broad daylight, but let's try it. Alright, so here you go. Here's the flash image. Just a good emphasis on detail. Like you could see when I zoom in, I mean, you can see that detail right there. It almost looks like a carpet. But yeah, there's a lot of detail here with the camera, and specifically the flash and the zoom. It's bright. You can see the camera right there. It's big. It's got a big lens. So in low light performance, you're likely going to get good shots. Alright, so that's the camera. Let's go ahead and look at Google now. Who is the 17th President of the United States?
According to Wikipedia, Andrew Johnson was the 17th President of the United States.
How many pennies are in a dollar?
100 pennies is one guess based on results below.
What is 3 minus 3 minus 6 minus 9 plus 3 divided by 2?
The answer is minus 13.5.
Open the Play Store. Alright, so there you can just open the app directly from there. It opens the Play Store for me, which is huge here on the Galaxy Note 3's display. So here's some of the Samsung apps, such as Knox. Okay, it's basically a, it says right here, Knox is a comprehensive mobile solution for work and play. So this would download the app, which is 200 megabytes. Let's go back. You also have S Health, which I covered in part 1. S Voice, of course, if you're a fan of S Voice. But if you have Google now, really S Voice isn't one of those must-have apps. So you got all those Samsung features, and we went ahead and covered that in part 1, so you could check that out in part 1. And I'll show you guys what games look like if we were to go ahead and just run Temple Run Oz. And again, it's basically a 5.7-inch 1080p display. You're going to get great quality in terms of gaming and just apps and everything that has to do with graphically intensive operations and applications. It's going to look good. I mean, look at this. I mean, this isn't even... It's smooth. The frame rates are smooth. It's very responsive to my touch. I have no issues here with responsiveness. If I want to access the notification bar, I could do that. Okay. So you could access the notification bar. Stimulus boost. And I can exit out. Just exit out. Alright, if you double tap, you get this My Magazine feature, which is almost like HTC One's Blink feed. I haven't set this up yet, but it's one of the various different Samsung features that they've added to the phone. If I hold down the power button, obviously you get the multitasking, which you could just X everything out at once. If you guys want to see quadrant scores here, let's go ahead and run some benchmarks. I was able to get about 21,000 the last time I ran quadrant, which was yesterday. On Antutu, I was able to get about 33,000. I know there's some talk right now about inflating of benchmarks and the cores on a phone and how they're all being utilized at the same time. I don't really care, because in real life use, this thing feels really good. It's fast. It's very fast. For the average consumer, they're going to be perfectly fine with the day-to-day operation of this device. So let's go ahead and finish up quadrant here. See what kind of scores we can get. Quadrant has continued to be one of the top benchmark apps for Android throughout the years. Give them credit for that. Let's click on yes. 20,694. It's actually pretty good, as opposed to, let's say, about 13,000 on the HTC One, or about the same on the Galaxy S4. And Antutu benchmark, I'm not going to run a separate benchmark. I'm just showing you guys the score that I received yesterday when I ran it, which is 33,670. So great scores in terms of Antutu. Let's go ahead and run Blitz here, run another game. See what this looks like here. And you can use the S Pen. Use the S Pen to move. The colors are really popping out at me right here. They really are. Notification bar. Okay. Okay. Exit out. Very simple. Again, just to show you guys how the S Pen works here. It's basically just like using your finger. You could basically touch anywhere on the display, and it's going to open your scrapbook, pen window, S Finder, Action Memo, and whatnot. Action Memo, as you already know through part 1, it's basically a little notes app. So X out of that. Alright, so let's go back to the browser here and show you guys the browser and how the browser looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and type in Technability. Right here are your various tabs. If you click right here, you can add a tab, remove a tab, and this is also accessible via auto rotation. So if I want to do it like that, I can do it like that. Okay, so we're loading up Technability here. Zoom in with the S Pen. You could use the eye scrolling. You can also scroll with the S Pen by just doing that from the top, doing that from the bottom, or you can even do it from the sides. Or you can just use your finger, obviously. And zoom fast. Okay, just text is very clear. Everything looks good. The picture quality is solid. I have no complaints here in terms of that. Let's see. You can see the various options. You have incognito mode, brightness, close this page only, desktop view, add bookmark, etc. So you can favorite it right up there. So here's the actual article, and you got reader mode. I'm a fan of reader mode here on phones. You could pinch zoom on the reader mode as well. So you can actually enlarge the text, make the text smaller. You could share it. Various different sharing options there. So nice. Reader mode is nice. You can exit out of the browser. Of course, you also have Google Chrome or various third-party browsers that you can utilize, which sticks to the card theory. So it doesn't, because Google Chrome for tablets looks a little bit different. For the Note 3, you're going to get the smartphone version of it. Google Maps. You can see how just how this looks here. Oops, I declined it. I mean, it's just so big and so clear and comprehensive on this device. And mind you, you can customize these through the settings, so you can remove them, add them, and everything definitely, the maps definitely looks nice because it's just so big. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the text messages here. So here's the text messaging app. I like this keyboard. It's responsive, I like the sound that it makes, and it's quick, and the keys are far apart from one another, which on a 5.7-inch display, it's not really that, I mean, really, the keys could be right next to each other and still be easy to type, but you have the number pad up here, which I'm a big fan of, and let's go ahead, you have swipe as well. Let's go ahead and try the microphone here. Hey, how are you? What's going on? What do you feel like doing today? I'm thinking we can go hang out. Do you? Question mark. So this is what I was thinking, comma. We can go out and then we can come back home and watch a movie, period. If not, then maybe we could just head to the beach. I hear there's a lot of nice things to do in Malibu tonight. But then again, it might be cool in Malibu because the weather is kind of breezy here in Glendale, period. What do you think? Let me know. Send me a text message. Bye-bye. I ain't even got bye-bye. And it's going to continue typing as I talk. So text messages. Okay, so you can discard that here. And you got various different options in terms of changing the bubble style. You could change the color scheme and whatnot. You could change the background style. You got split view, turn on split view and landscape. Use the volume key to change the text size, which you could do, and I'll show you guys how that works actually here. And you can actually utilize the volume rocker to adjust the size of that. So that's a feature that's there. And you can add pictures, record video, etc. So you can add and do all that good stuff as well. So there's quite a few customizations here with the messaging app alone. Just looking at the dialer here. Simple dialer, nothing too fancy. You got your contacts, your logs, etc. So there's the dialer app. Okay, so I think other than that, I've covered all of the other Samsung features in part 1, which you could check out. Just to go through the settings here real quick. You got NFC, S-Beam, all these options here. You got your device options, including lock screen options. You got multiple widget options, so let's turn that on for example. You got clock widget options, shortcuts. So if I just swipe over, now I have my widgets. So you have your lock screen widgets. Okay, you can see the shortcuts to apps. And I could just unlock. Quite simple. You got unlock effect, watercolor, ripple, none. Action memo on lock screen. So in other words, if I'm on the lock screen here, turn on the, you can access action memo. Okay. So there's my action memo right there, screen right, S Finder. Again, you can access that anywhere. Panning through here, show you guys in terms of its speed.
Hey there, welcome to Technability. We have a iPhone 5S case. It's a leather case that was just released for the iPhone 5S. I believe the iPhone 5. It should fit the iPhone speaker grill. Okay, so I don't know if that's going to distort the speakers, but it looks like they're in place. You have the the lightning port. You have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and you have nothing here. You would have.
So there's video quality. Sound quality is pretty good. Sound quality is definitely pretty good. No complaints on sound quality. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover here with the Note 3. I'm going to be doing a comparison with the iPhone 5S, so look out for that, as well as a comparison with the HTC One, Galaxy S4, Note 2, and a few other handsets. So, excuse me, continue to watch the channel, subscribe, look out for that. Also check out www.technability.com. We got some original content updated there daily, so check that out. Also, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.